Now, Anna, you mentioned earlier that you found the CLTC helpful for you for talking to training managers. How do you deal with ideas like it needs to be results orientated? They want to see concrete, measurable results out of their training. How do you deal with that?
Well, from that point of view, then we would use, we would identify assess the student first, carry out a needs analysis while assessing the level according to the CEF. And then we'll assess according to their job description what they need to be able to do in the office environment. And that gap, then, the training process would be to plug the gap, so to speak. And we do that using can-do statements, which is all part of the CLTC-C training. So there's a lot of transparency there, and of course HR departments, they like that. It's the return on investment is much clearer, and it means that you can sell yourself and sell your course, sell your delivery channels with much more confidence.
What we do in depth in the can-do module and also in the lean design module is to customize the can-do statements. So we adapt them to the needs of the client so that we can set very, very clear learning targets. And what's important is that we do this in cooperation with the clients.
Ich habe festgestellt, dass es auch keine Materialien, ähnlich wie im englischen Bereich, gibt es keine Materialien, keine Lehrbücher, die das, was die Kunden wirklich brauchen, abdecken. Und da ist die Szenariotechnik genau das, was die Kunden brauchen. Die Technik ist ja die gleiche und ich finde, das zeigt auch sehr schön, dass es in unseren Kursen nicht nur um Sprache geht, sondern es geht um Kommunikation an sich. Und egal welche Sprache, ich nehme ob Deutsch, Englisch oder Spanisch oder vielleicht auch Chinesisch, ich weiß nicht, ob es da schon Szenarien gibt für Chinesisch als Fremdsprache. Und ja, die Kommunikationsanlässe sind ja ähnlich wie Telefonieren, Präsentieren, Meetings. Und wir vermitteln ja nicht nur die Sprache, sondern wie kann ich effektiv und gut das, was ich erreichen möchte, in meinem Job rüberbringen.
First of all, the scenarios enable participants to use knowledge they've acquired through your training in a realistic context, because you can't always go to the shop floor and actually have your students work with those dangerous machines because you're not allowed in there. But you can simulate their working environment. You can make whole work processes, so chains of different events, you can incorporate into these scenarios. So I would say the advantage of a scenario is it's very work-related and it's pretty realistic.
When I got a group to actually work together on a scenario, it was only because of this scenario that I was actually invited to go on the shop floor. I've been invited to, so I've seen it from a different perspective. I've been sent to many power stations, and it's great. It's really, really works. So then I'm able to take some photos and then use that real material to come up with a type of book or documentation or report that they actually have that I can use for other people in that group.
For me, as a trainer who attended all of the CLTC core modules at one time or another, one of the most useful ones for me was the one on blended learning, because before I attended that workshop, I used to think of training as being either exclusively face-to-face classroom training or exclusively e-learning, so the kind of products provided, for example, by Rosetta Stone, which I actually saw as a threat to me as a human trainer. And what I learned from CLTC is that actually there's a huge range of training delivery methods available, and e-learning is just one of them. And what I've learned is that you have to adapt not only the course content to your client's needs, you also have to choose the right method of delivery. The blended learning module showed me how to put together a really structured package and also how to sell that package to my clients. And some of my students have really, really benefited from that. And if I'd only offered them face-to-face training, I'd have lost them as a client sooner or later.